Yes, we're talking about job offers that are actually traps. I'm not just going to give you a checklist of red flags. I'm going to show you the official FTC evidence and the personal stories of other professionals who invested their savings into what they thought was a business, only to find out they were the product. You already know that financial freedom takes hard work. Your dream is building a solid career, and you're not looking for a handout. You're looking for a smart way to build an asset. Here's the contrarian truth. The most dangerous traps for you don't look like scams. They look like franchise opportunities, exclusive distributorships, or turnkey business systems. They aren't pitched to your greed. They're pitched to your ego and your desire to leverage your decades of experience. Welcome to Broken Blueprint, where we give you the tools to see through the lies before you fall for them. It's evening. You're finally off your last Zoom call. Maybe you're winding down and a message hits your inbox. It's not a 9-to-5 job offer. It's an opportunity. Do you want to be your own boss? Are you tired of the corporate rat race? This is a chance to get in on the ground floor. This is the language of the modern recruiting-only scam. It's a specific type of pyramid scheme designed to flatter your ambition. It's aimed directly at employed, educated professionals, people like you, who have capital to invest and a deep-seated belief that hard work should pay off. The core of a pyramid scheme is simple. Compensation is based primarily on recruiting new members, not on the sale of a genuine product or service to the public. But how do you spot this when it's wrapped in the language of a franchise or a digital business system? We're about to look at the official FTC evidence from a recent case that blew the lid off one of the biggest turnkey business scams. The details may shock you. Stay right there. Welcome back to Blueprint. We've just established the professional language these recruiting scams use. Now let's look at the evidence. In 2023, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, brought a case against a company called Blueprint to Wealth. The name alone is perfect, isn't it? It promises a system. Promoters sold what they called a business opportunity or a franchise. They promised turnkey online businesses. You buy in, you get a pre-built system. But the FTC alleged this was a classic pyramid scheme. The businesses had no real value. The products, if they existed, were worthless. The only way for a member to make money was to recruit others into the scheme. And the cost of entry? This is where they target professionals. The memberships cost anywhere from $3,000 to over $21,000. This isn't a $50 startup kit. This is a 5-figure investment designed to feel like a serious franchise fee. The product you were buying was nothing more than the right to recruit others and sell them the exact same right. This is the first critical takeaway. In a legitimate business, you make money by selling a product or service to a customer. In a recruiting-only scam, you're the customer, and your job is to find more customers. The system is mathematically designed for 99% of participants to lose money. So, why do so many smart people join? The answer isn't in the business model. It's in a sophisticated psychological tactic. And it's far more personal than you think. We'll break down the psychology of the hook next. Welcome back. We've seen the financial trap, but the real hook is psychological. These scammers are masters of human nature. They understand that for many professionals, ambition is tied to a deeper need, the hope for community and belonging. They start with a tactic called love bombing. The recruitment process is a whirlwind of praise. You're not just a prospect, you're a rock star. We're so excited to have you. You have the perfect mindset for this. Welcome to the family, or welcome to the sisterhood. This targets a very human hope. The corporate world can be cold and isolating. This opportunity feels different. It feels warm. It feels like a team. But that family is the hook. It makes the opportunity feel like more than just money, and more importantly, it makes leaving feel like a personal betrayal. This is how they get you. They find a point of vulnerability, a stay-at-home parent with a master's degree wanting to re-enter the workforce, a professional feeling underappreciated in their current role, and they offer a pre-packaged community. Let me know what you think. Pause for a second and drop a comment. Have you ever seen this love bombing tactic used in a professional setting? It's surprisingly common. And hey, I see you. It's probably evening. Maybe you're on the couch after a long day. If you're finding this breakdown valuable, take a second and hit that like button. It really helps the channel and tells the algorithm that this is the kind of information people need. But what happens after the love bombing fades? When you paid the fee and the warm family feeling disappears, that's when the real trap snaps shut. Prepare to see how scammers weaponize your own investment against you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Blueprint. We just covered how love bombing and community are used to get you in the door. Now, we explore the psychological prison that keeps you there. So you've paid the fee, the $3,000 or maybe even the $21,000. The love bombing starts to fade and the real work begins. This is where the trap snaps shut. You quickly discover the job isn't selling a product. The job is just me harassing my family and friends on Facebook 24/7. But you've already invested thousands. This is the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain tells you, I can't quit now. I've already put too much in. In your upline, the person who recruited you has an answer for your failure. A victim's realization often sounds like this. I paid the $500 startup fee, but my upline says I have to buy $2,000 in inventory to really be serious about the business. When you don't succeed, your upline doesn't blame the system. They blame you. They tell you didn't try hard enough or need to invest more in seminars, products, or mastermind events. This is the rehook. You keep paying more money, desperately hoping to recoup your initial investment and prove you aren't a failure. The scam isn't just one payment. It's a continuous system of extraction, and it's all powered by your own hope. But this model isn't just for business systems. The scam is evolving, putting on a new, high-tech disguise to lure in professionals who think they're too smart for a traditional pyramid scheme. We'll show you its new face right after this. Welcome back. We've seen how the sunk cost fallacy keeps victims trapped. Now let's look at how this exact model has evolved for the digital age. What if the franchise fraud dresses up in the language of high finance and crypto? Let's look at NovaTech. NovaTech posed as a multi-level marketing MLM company in a crypto asset investment program, promising high, consistent returns. This pitch is perfectly tailored for the professional who feels they missed out on crypto and is looking for a smart, guided way in. But in 2024, the SEC charged them with operating a fraudulent pyramid and Ponzi scheme. The returns paid to existing investors? They came directly from money deposited by new recruits, not from any legitimate trading. And the commissions? Promoters earned substantial bonuses for recruiting new investors. It's the exact same blueprint to wealth model, just with a different coat of paint. It doesn't matter if the product is a digital business, an exclusive distributorship, or a crypto fund. The question is always the same. Is the money coming from selling a real product to the public, or is it coming from recruiting new members into the system? If the profit comes from recruitment, it is a pyramid scheme, and it is mathematically guaranteed to collapse. But even when victims see the losses piling up, they often still don't leave. Why? Because the scam has one final, insidious tool. It's a psychological prison designed to make you blame yourself. We'll reveal it next. Welcome back to Blueprint. We've exposed the financial structure and the crypto evolution. Now we must talk about the most manipulative part of the recruiting-only scam. It's how they keep educated, rational people trapped for months, even years, as they go into debt. They use toxic positivity as a control tactic. In these systems, the culture forbids negativity. Any logical, critical question is shut down. If you ask, why are my expenses higher than my income? You'll be told, that's a negative mindset. You're blocking your own success. If you say, this feels like a pyramid scheme, you'll be told, you just have limiting beliefs. You don't really want financial freedom. This is the psychological genius of the scam. It isolates you. It makes you blame yourself for your failure, not the predatory structure of the scheme. Your ambition, your work ethic, your belief in a can-do attitude, the very qualities that made you successful in your career, are turned against you. The job offer has become a psychological prison, and you are the warden policing your own negative thoughts. It's a terrifyingly effective control tactic. So, how do you see the walls of this prison before you walk into it? We're about to give you the official blueprint for defense, using the FBI's own definitions. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We've pulled back the curtain on the psychological prison of toxic positivity. Now, let's build your defense. The FBI officially defines franchise fraud as a pyramid scheme where the real profit is earned by selling new distributorships, not by the sale of the actual product. So, the next time you get that opportunity in your LinkedIn DMs, here is your defense. Ask these questions. 1. Is the job vague and the product confusing? Scammers use language like it's a business opportunity, not a 9 to 5. This is a red flag. Ask this. What is the specific product being sold to a real customer who is not part of the company? If they can't answer that clearly, it's a recruiting-only scam. 2. Is compensation tied to recruiting? They'll say, I'm looking for 5 motivated people to join my team. Ask this. What percentage of my compensation comes from my own sales of the product versus from recruiting other people? In a legal MLM, compensation must be primarily based on sales. In a pyramid scheme, it's based on recruitment. 3. Is there an upfront fee to get the job? They'll say this is your startup cost, or it's a chance to get in on the ground floor. The truth, real jobs pay you. You do not pay for a job. A $5,000 franchise fee to sell a product no one's ever heard of is a massive red flag. 4. Is community and mindset more important than profit and loss? This is the toxic positivity trap. The truth, a real business runs on metrics, P&L statements, and strategy. When the conversation is only about positivity and mindset, it's because the real numbers don't add up. We've covered the cases, the psychology, and the checklist. Now, we need to talk about the final truth of this scam and the one thing it truly costs you. And it's not just about money. We'll bring it all together next. Welcome back to Blueprint. You now have the checklist to see the trap. Let's tie this all together. The job offer is the ultimate bait. The job offer is the ultimate bait. It's a cruel trick that leverages your own professionalism against you. It's not a job. It's a high-risk gamble where the house always wins. The genius of the recruiting-only scam is that it turns the victim into the perpetrator. You are forced to convert your own friends and family into the next level of victims, all while believing you are building a business. The cruelty is that it takes your best qualities, your hope, your work ethic, your education, and your desire for community, and turns them into the very tools of your own financial ruin. But now you have the blueprint. You can see the trap before it's set. My question for you, have you ever received one of these opportunities? What was the strangest or most flattering line they used to try and hook you? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the red flag that saves someone else from making a devastating investment. If you want to keep arming yourself against the psychological traps and aspirational fraud that target smart, successful people, subscribe to Blueprint and turn on notifications. You're not just watching a video, you're building your defense.